I thought about shaving my beard off, but at the very least I wanted to keep it around for this video since it's mildly sacrilegious. My name's Kent. I'm a writer, YouTuber, and self-proclaimed hummus aficionado.
Hummus.
I don't know what I'm doing here, but with you watching, that makes two of us. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 commandments to dealing with bullshit, which is essentially a summary of my last 10 videos. So if you missed one, stay tuned. And even if you have seen them, this will sum up all 10 basic things to get you through some bullshit in your life, all in one video. Hopefully a lot shorter than that hummus video. Let's dive in. Commandment number 1. When all else fails, go for a walk. This has got to be probably the easiest one to help you feel better. If you're still skeptical of my prescription, then maybe you can take a prescription from the OG of doctors himself. Hippocrates is often regarded as the father of medicine, and aside from talking about disease or sickness, he offered a great deal of wisdom in regards to fighting depression. If you're in a bad mood, go for a walk. If you are still in a bad mood, go for another walk. All you have to do is get out there, get your legs moving, and if you're lucky enough, maybe find somebody to talk to, and you'll immediately realize that as your feet go in step by step, you'll finally realize that things aren't as bad as they have to be. Commandment number 2. Make a list of things to get done today, and then do them. This one is a super basic one as well. And, you know, when we feel super powerless in our lives, we don't think of all of the small things in our life that we could easily change. Once you make that checklist and start checking things off, all of a sudden you'll feel a whole lot more empowered than you used to be. And just like that, things will feel just a little bit better. Who hasn't heard of making a checklist before, Kent? Fair enough, but how many times do you actually make a checklist? How many times have you thought to yourself, my sock drawer could be better organized, and yet you've never gotten around to organizing your sock drawer because you've never made organizing your sock drawer a priority? Because you never wrote organized sock drawer on a piece of scrap paper as a task to accomplish today. Commandment number 3. Write out your pain. Sometimes stuff can just feel stuck in our head. But the simple act of sitting with your thoughts, then writing whatever comes to your mind, can put your internal toxins out on display, and once outside of you, it will by no surprise feel less inside of you. Commandment number 4. Spend time with oneself instead of with social media. We often neglect the idea of just sitting alone with ourselves. TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, when we spend time on these apps, we are wasting time that we could spend with ourselves. TikTok, delete it. Instagram, delete it. Twitter, or X posts if you will, delete it. Think of how much time you are spending on these platforms which accomplish nothing other than being in the know of what other people are doing. Maybe that sounds important to you, but how much time are you spending being in the know compared to how much time you're spending bettering yourself? Commandment number 5. Find a purpose that is in your control and push towards it every single day. Probably more important than any of the other commandments is finding meaning in this life. And the easiest way to find meaning in this life is to have something that gives you fulfillment, that has a direction that you are pushing towards on a daily basis. It's the type of task you notice which almost instantly pulls you away from the past and future, bringing you straight into the present. Sure, it will be challenging and stressful in its own way, but more times than not, you will find yourself more focused than you have ever been on anything in your entire life. If you found this passion, hold on to it, work at it, master it. Maybe you haven't found this passion of yours,
In that case, I'd spend as much time as possible searching for something which gives this kind of fulfillment and eudaimonia, making you hard-driven till death, like a samurai.
Commandment number 6. Ground yourself in the pillars of stoicism. Wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. These are virtues of character. And so often are we so wasting our time on trying to find wealth, trying to find fame, that we often neglect something as simple as just being a good person. Show that you have learned from the things that you have learned. Show that you are brave enough to go into uncharted territories. Show that you can be kind to another person. Show that you have the discipline to will what you want to happen in this world. Don't also forget the 3 main hymns or sayings: Premeditatio malorum, amor fati, memento mori. These 3 hymns will remind you where you belong in this world and where you need to go.
This episode is brought to you by beer and scotch. I'm not sure which one I love more, but both are pretty awesome. That said, it would be pretty irresponsible of me to have the Beer Baron sponsor a YouTube video about having self-control, so I fought off the urge of taking this dirty Beer Baron money. That means I'm relying on you to help on my journey of sobriety-ish. Or more accurately, temperance. Yes, temperance. So like and subscribe. And if you're going to drink responsibly, whatever that means.
Commandment number 7. Manage your vices, manage your sleep, and exercise 3 times a week. These are the most basic things. If you remember going back to Stutz, activating your life force, or your body, is the easiest way to make you feel better. Don't neglect getting push-ups done, drinking less, and actually getting to sleep at a reasonable hour.
So how do we activate our life force for our body? Simple. Stutz advises to focus on exercising, sleeping better, and diet. That's it. It may sound too good to be true, but if you're struggling on how to get yourself out of a rut, ask yourself if you've been exercising regularly, getting a good night's sleep, and eating the right things while staving off the junk food and toxins.
Commandment number 8. Do not neglect managing your vices, managing your sleep, and exercising 3 times a week. Try a 1-month challenge to make this happen. Not only can you work on those 3 things that affect your body, but also your purpose and your mental health, and not to mention maybe getting other shit done in your life that needs to get done. We've all heard of a 1-month challenge before, whether it be a New Year's resolution, Lent, or Ramadan. This is going to be a lot like that, only we're not going to rely on a whole group of other people to keep us honest, just ourselves. Commandment number 9. Try something new. If you've watched my hummus video, then congratulations, you now know how to make hummus. But this is just the first thing of your journey of trying new things. There are always more things to learn, and maybe, just maybe, you can learn something new today.
And that right there is actually guave, if I'm not mistaken, which is like the chickpea sort of starchy water.
Commandment number 10. Find people who make your life better.
It's important to recognize we can't make it on our own through everything. Maybe we don't need many people, but the idea of the lone wolf wandering the hellscape never to find any companionship of any kind is a myth. Truth be told, even the lone wolves eventually find a pack to call their own. Hey, maybe all those lone wolves could come together and form the pack they never thought possible. It can be really, really hard sometimes when we're stuck around people who make our lives worse. Fair enough if that's where you are right now, but that doesn't have to be the way that it is. Yes, you can maybe get away from those people, but don't neglect trying to find people who actually do make your life better. If you recall my first video,
We actually went through finding wisdom from the dead. Make sure that the content that you are consuming, or at the very least the silly quotes that you find from this person or the other, are inspiring you to do good things. These little bits of wisdom can go a long way in inspiring you and pushing you towards you need to go. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this beard will stick around for a few more videos, but we'll see. Until next time. And if you like that video, then you can always check out my book that talks about those issues and many more to help you through some of the hard times in your life. It's got a title so edgy, I'm not even sure if I can say it on YouTube. So check it out in the description, and as always, stay tuned for more videos to help you through those hard times, as well as liking, commenting, and subscribing for all that other fun stuff with the algorithm, you know? Yeah, like, subscribe, write a little comment about how I'm silly or whatever. Do it. Do it now. Yeah, there you go. Wasn't so hard to do, right?